All right, we should be live.
Yeah.
Can you check us?
It is.
Are we making sounds?
Yes, we are.
We are making sounds.
We are making lots of noise.
Okay. All right. I guess it's time for me to do the thing. Is it time for me to do the thing? Okay. All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to the weekly WAYPN. I'm Karl,
I'm Sunny,
aka
Henry and some guitar.
So before we get to our post,
Yes.
a bit of
public service announcement.
I thought that it's called like bookkeeping, or that like there's something else for it.
No.
Anyway, the spam filter has been striking again. Guys, if you're having an issue with the spam filter, feel free to contact us via Messenger or just commenting on one of my posts. Say spam filter got me, and I'll try and get on top of it. So sorry about that, guys. It's Facebook being Facebook. Facebook is... I'm not going to do it, but what I will say is if I click on this post, all of the comments are hidden.
Yeah.
Yep, so let's move right along. Alright, first up we've got Iskander.
Don't tell me if I'm posting too often. Anyway, got started on this one. I'm having too much fun with fluorescent paints. And no, you are not painting too much.
No.
Yes.
No, it's always good to be posting lots, man. Like some weeks I feel like I'm posting too much, but like what I do like is sort of seeing part of the process, the way that he goes through it, the way that he does his things. So he does very similar to us, starts out with the skin and works his way up.
Mm-hmm.
So you go, it's called the inside out technique. That's where you paint from like the most interior part of a model to the most exterior part.
Yeah.
Alright, so after this we have more Iskander.
And he's done a lot more work on it.
He has done a lot more work on it. I do believe we see this one finished up this week.
My question is, did he draw that?
Draw which? Oh, this?
Yeah.
I'm going to go out on a limb and I think it's a decal. It's just a bit too perfect for painting at that scale.
Yeah.
But
would it come with a decal that is exactly the same as that?
Well, it wouldn't necessarily come with a decal, but he might have a decal for it. You know? He might have gotten a decal for it.
Well, Piccolo really drained his energy, apparently. So I have a feeling maybe he free-handed.
This Piccolo, or is this
Piccolo.
Not Denda.
King Piccolo. Maybe there's a different Piccolo that's not a king?
No, so Piccolo split himself in half, and no, I don't want a migraine right now, so I'm not going to try and plumb the depths of my DVZ lore in my brain, because I'm like, nope, you know what? I don't want my brain to hurt.
And of course, in the usual fashion, the chat is talking to itself. So we will continue on with Josh, who is not joshing around. Started painting Director Krennic tonight for Star Wars Shatterpoint. Really happy with how the white turned out, leaning towards that ivory color. I did a mix of sponging, dry brushing, and edge highlighting for the texture, and I think it ended up working really well. Not sold on the leather boots, but I think from a distance they are passable.
I think the leather boots are fine.
In fact, I think the leather boots is the feature later on when we see the finished model. But look at this white shading.
Yeah, no,
absolutely
the white shading
perfect.
is very, very nice.
Very well done.
Because white and white shading is very, very difficult. I don't remember if in the show if the cloak is wider than the uniform though.
No, it's the same. It's just all the same white.
It's all the same white?
All the same.
Interesting.
I remember.
Well, we'll move on because
Welcome, Penguin.
we see this guy finished up in the
later
not too distant future.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, so we've got more from Iskander.
It's 12 a.m. I can't finish it. Starting to struggle. Hand control is a bit off. Probably due to the many coffees I had today. Not enjoying myself anymore. Diminishing return kicked in. Time for bed.
So, they figured out who made those miniatures, which is apparently made by Mega House.
I think, as I said, this is probably a conversation they had amongst themselves.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like, they're just saying that they, found out who it was from. It was from Mega House. And,
now we have to look into it to find out what the secret
yeah,
model is.
yeah, we'll see. But, yeah. What's really interesting is the way Iskander does his blocking. He just very powerful big blocks of color rather than, sort of being a bit more subtle. He just goes big powerful blocks and then goes pow. But here he is, all done up.
Finally! Hooray! And finally done! I haven't informed my client about the fluorescent paints in this scene. I'm hoping he won't see this pose and that he will discover the surprise on his own fairly quickly. Oh! But I think it's looking pretty good, the fluoro paint, especially with the rays at the back, the kapow rays. With the fluoro light is quite interesting.
Yeah.
See the Dragon Ball.
Yeah, it is. So I think the thing that I'd like to comment on this is just how nice stylized work is, because guys, remember, not everything has to be 100% realistic, because this matches the style of the show.
Oh yeah,
so
for sure.
The way that he's done the shading, so we've got the sheen lines, we've got all of that, but like the pants seem very basic, but that's what you have in the show.
Penguin says, Iskander and RJ's work reminds me to stay in my lane, focus on scale models.
Well, no, man, like, jump out of your lane, go do something crazy. Why not? Excuse me, folks, I'm gonna sneeze. And we're back. Sorry about that.
It also seems that Bear is not in the office today.
I see.
Scandalous.
Well, next up we've got Karl Vanoni, who was victim to the spam attacks.
Oh yeah.
Because we're going to see a repost of one of his, because I went into the spam folder again later in the week and just got, approved everything in it.
And you got the Gobbo King.
Yeah.
Looking at this, I'm also thinking to myself, it would be interesting to see Cal try the grim dark style. Looking at the type of colors he likes to use. Mm-hmm. I just think it would be interesting to see that style from him, at least at one time. But it's looking good, It's got good clarity. You can see all the different parts. And the face, I think, has very good definition.
Yeah, I think that, whatever this sort of graying effect that he's done, whether that's just leaving it from, like, a sort of base or just dry brushing, I think that's worked well for this.
Yeah, and this is a step up from the usual, right? But as a point of critique, I still think that the values are quite similar.
Yes, the values are quite similar.
So that you could push some things to be a lot darker, some things a lot brighter. Other than that, I think it's definitely tabletop.
I agree with that. Alright, so we've got the Member Monday post, and basically, why do I keep doing this same Member Monday thing all the time? It's because you guys are what make up the thing. When you guys post, when you guys comment, when people hear that, and see that people like what they're doing,
Well,
it makes a difference for them.
and Lance says, "Lol." I agree somewhat. It's the us in quotation marks, inspiring, sharing, and lifting others to be better, greater, and feeling a part of a wider world. I think we succeed.
All right, so then we've got Josh asking, now is this it finished though?
No.
So there's one more before it's finished, is there?
I don't know if there's one or two more, but this not the fun.
All right, well, I just want to do a quick scroll. Make sure. Okay, so that's it finished.
He'll say
so
like
more.
he's calling it done.
Yeah.
So, Go Boy say, but wait, there's more for Krennic.
Yeah.
And you can see the way that he's starting off with those black pants. It's very nicely.
We'll see. I think what the boots actually did well is they seem very reflective.
Yeah, and you've got black on black.
Yeah.
But they're both using quote unquote non-metallic metal shading, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you've got the pants which look like they're fabric, and then the one at the bottom like glossy boots. So
because they look more reflective because they're hitting that white more quickly.
Yep, that's
right.
That's
and
right.
these are hitting some grey, right? So they are reflecting some light, but not as much, right? Which it's an important thing to take a look at. I think he's done very well with the skin, but
yeah,
we'll move on
piece.
because
It's quite
he's actually finished it a little later on.
Yeah. So now we have.
Oh, I don't know what just happened then. Okay, give me a minute. Alright, so next we have Iskander.
Iskander.
Hopefully.
Final scene / diorama for this commissioned work. Apparently, I don't know how to paint an overly muscular dude in this anime style. I had to redo and rely on my airbrush to do most of the work. I can understand the feeling. Sometimes you're like doing the same thing, the same sort of technique for so long, and then suddenly there's a different model, and then we don't know how to approach it. But it's looking good, I think, as is in the style.
I think if you're looking to paint overly muscled men, Warhammer is a good place to look for guides on how to paint overly muscled men.
Yeah, but like in the anime style though.
Still I think it's got plenty of good points. Yeah.
Well, I think there might be something. So like maybe a sort of brown color to outline the definitions of the muscle, because I think that's what they do in the particularly Japanese kids shows. If not,
I don't know.
Use like a black.
I don't know.
Black line.
I'm not sure.
But I'm excited for this one because I love the way the swirling clouds look, and he's done the airbrushing for that, and it's a really beautiful base. I wonder how he's gonna finish that up because it's such a nice dynamic shape. It's like nice to look at. So that's about it for me.
All right. And next up, we've got Ashley, who we haven't heard from in a long time. I think last time he was doing some Imperial Guard stuff.
I don't even remember. I don't know what the last thing. Wolf and Dreadnought made from a Horus Heresy model. Comments or criticism? Welcome.
It looks like a Wolf and Dreadnought. Like I'm taking a look at it. There's nothing there where I go, this doesn't fit. The only things I would say is like some of these scratches and dents. If you want it to be damage, like it's got to be more obvious. If it's just marks from the glue, just get yourself some thin Tanimia cement, and then what do you call it? Just go over those areas just very gently to sort of smooth things out. But other than that, yeah, no, it looks like a good dreadnought. You know, like looks like it's very flavorful.
Well. Yeah.
You know, like I look at it and I immediately know what it is. So that's the rule of design, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you can immediately recognize what it is, you've done a good job.
That's right.
All right, so next up, is this the final, Josh? No, this is James.
Got a new board game at the start of the month. Started painting the small models a few days ago. I've gotten this far with the Empire side and working hard to getting the snow bases done before I can get started with the Rebel Alliance models. Because it's such a newly released game, there's not much painted model photos, so it's mostly am working off lore pictures and experience. But I also remember it's a board game with the pieces needing to be easily recognizable when playing. Expect an update soon this week. Well, I really like how he's done those droney things.
Yeah, I think that, he's gone in there with both feet, and I think like things are coming out well. I think that these snow troopers will definitely need a bit more white because they're quite sort of greyish right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be interested to see what he's doing with the snow base though. All right, so next up we have Josh.
Krennic, all finished. Not sure if I need to add more definition to the face, but he's all done and ready to hit the table.
So I think he's come together really well.
I think the face, he has brought so much beautiful definition to the face. Very well done, especially the eyes. The hair looks so natural. I think this model in particular, it is one of those things that looks effortless, but probably took a long time.
Yes,
to do.
I would agree. The only thing, if I was going to comment at all, has little, if nothing, to do with the model itself, but rather the base he's on.
Oh yeah.
So if we take a look at this base, right? Like this yellow is not done real well, right? And that sort of thing. Now, it might sound a bit nitpicky, right? But like Sunny said, it's more than obvious that you put a lot of effort into this. Like, the fact that there's separation between each of these little bars here. Like,
It's
I'm
just
not,
like the
yeah, I'm not saying that this is like soft detailing or anything, right? But I have to believe that this was not easy to get it so that each one is defined.
Is there even more Go Boy to Krennic? Is this not the last picture?
I thought it was the.
I think there was. I think, yeah, because I remember reading that the final, all that went back to Krennic today.
Okay.
So that is not the last picture.
Okay.
Okay, we will save our commentary.
All right. Well, we'll take a look at the last one, and we will move on to. Oh, so I'll just do a quick readout of Talk Tuesday. So apparently we cannot put up videos that are not yet released. Otherwise, this is what we get. All right. It's Talk Tuesday. Let's talk about positive pressure. What is positive pressure? Well, we'll talk about it in an upcoming episode, which is out now for members. But the essence of it is this. It's the kind of pressure that pushes you forward rather than pulls you down. This kind of pressure is different for everyone. So, in our members stream, which was a lot of fun, we had a lot of laughs, we talked to a lot of members about their scouts, and not just me and Sunny making suggestions. A lot of people talked amongst themselves about what to do next, right? So, basically, what is your positive pressure? What helps propel you forward? You should really try and find that. Is there any comments that we want to read out?
There's one comment here from Zach. I I find locking yourself into a paint scheme is a bad pressure. Don't just use one color. Use the whole spectrum of that color. Or make every unit a different color. I've done both, with my Tau being a rainbow of colors, and my Eldar are every green in that rainbow. Well, that is what Zach finds is positive pressure.
Well, I think it very much depends on the kind of person you are. Like, I would think that, like, that might drive somebody like Penguin mad. Because he's very, like, into the historicals. It depends on what is your thing, right? So, like, if your thing is, like, I want to paint everything with every sort of different color, let's say that that's something that interests you, like, painting is the bigger aspect, take a look at getting into the Eldar, because they've got the aspect warriors with all of the different colors and all of that sort of thing. You know, take a look at those sorts of things. Alright, so next up, we've got Larray.
Ghost Rider rides again. Fluorescent splash gel. No reason for fluorescent or green other than that's what I have. We've covered
I
this.
think this one got released from the spam folder.
Yeah.
This one was released from the spam folder, so don't blame Larry for this, right? It's just
released from the spam.
Yeah, because that's Calvinoni's immediately after that.
Yeah. So we have covered the fungal growth.
And basically what happened was those both got thrown into the spam folder, and I just tried to clear it out so that, you know, everything's all good.
Now we have the RJ. Yes. Okay. Working on a base for the smaller monster, as well as the bases for the survivors.
Interesting.
What is this base?
Oh, it's
got, like blood.
Yeah, it does.
Down.
Yeah, it does seem to be blood pooling down.
Scary.
And you know, a whole lot of stone faces, and some of the stone faces are floating by the looks of things. Oh, interesting.
There's a series of them.
Yeah, so it looks like these are some of the other stone faces.
And it's like vines coming out of some of them.
Yeah.
And of course, really good true non-metallic metal, as always.
Yeah, so I don't think these face bases are done, right? But some really interesting sculpts here.
They're like hanging from...
Yeah, so they're hanging from these hooks because, as far as I know, like gravity inverts or something with this fight. So, like, instead of... Yeah, that's just one of the mechanics of this guy, as far as I know. Alright. So, shall we move on?
Yeah.
Next up, we have... it's me. Just a reminder, guys, please contact me or Sangeetha if your post hits the spam bucket. If you see some double posts, that's my fault. I approve them. I approve the not spam from the spam folder. But yeah, basically, guys, Facebook's a problem. It continues to be a problem. Let's move on.
We've got Karl. Run away! That's what he says.
Yes, he does say run away.
And again, it feels very similar to the Goblin King that he's done. I think in this one he could have pushed the eye detail a bit more. But, you know, it's looking pretty tabletop.
So, I will give a slight disagreement on that, because I think that the eye is very well done, because this is meant to be an undead beholder sort of thing. So you know how it's sort of
cloudy looking.
Yeah, a very cloudy looking sort of eye.
Okay.
So I think it does really work.
Okay, fine.
You know, I think, like, because you can see all of the little veins and such, right? I think that's actually some really good vein work, which we will be seeing some more later on.
Which I feel like this is also another point where we learned how to do the skin with the super glue technique.
Oh yeah, this would be one which would be great for it. Yeah. All right, let us move on to more James.
Wow, been a full day and still have the special buildings and Rebel Alliance troopers to paint. Plus, the more and more I look at the snow troopers, I don't know if I like the gray look they have. Might have to redo them.
I don't think look at redoing them. I'd say rather than redoing them, build them up. Put some more on them. But if this is how they're meant to be stored, I don't think, for me, the amount of effort that you should put into a miniature is proportional to their relevance to the game, right? So, for example, we've had people ask us to do showcase for some graded demons, right? Because they're large central figures. They are showcase, right? And the thing is with it, it seems these guys are kind of the opposite of that. They are, if they're stored in a tub, they don't even have individual holders, don't spend so much time on them that you'll lose your mind.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
I would agree with that.
Yeah. Alright, so next up we have...
Is this it? Yes, now I'm calling him done. There we go. Okay,
now he's calling him done.
Is that a WAYPN bingo?
Is that a WAYPN bingo?
Is that a WAYPN bingo?
There's a chance of WAYPN bingo.
Okay. Here we go.
Here we go. Should I do it right next to the mic?
No,
you
please.
say that I do it right
loud.
next to the mic, even when I don't.
Ah.
Yes, this is the last Krennic. So, I think Krennic looks good. It looks like he added maybe just the tiniest bit of shape.
Can I have some of your milk, Speed?
It looks like he did a tiny bit of shading to his
I would say
his eyes.
He's actually done quite a fair bit of shading on the face.
Mm.
It's very defined, but yeah, you can see the bags under his eyes. You can see the.
But based off what I see, I'd say that the base still wants a bit of work, because the thing is, like I was saying, your paint job should be awesome. Yes, correct.
Hey, Krim, you're here. Hope everyone's having a great day. I'm doing a sneaky penguin. Well, there's already a sneaky penguin.
He's doing a sneaky Krim.
You can do a sneaky Krim.
Yeah, but so I think this is a really, really fantastic paint job. I don't think you should beat yourself up with these boots, because I think
are really the feature.
Because I think it really does help the idea of differentiating what I call contrast in kind, because we've got this black here, right? And this black here is very different to this black here.
And look at the gloves. Even the gloves feels different from the pants and the boots.
Yeah. So take a look. We've got some more sort of velvetyness, I would say, with this.
And we've got more satiny gloves. Right?
Yeah.
And then we've got nice glossy boots.
Yeah, and it just goes absolutely up and just pops. And see, that's what you really want. Now, I'm being a bit of an amnesiac, and I don't know whether the white of the cape is meant to come out more or not, but I think the only reason that I even bring it up is because the white between the cape and the uniform are different.
I don't really see it. In my one, it just feels nice. I don't.
So, but yeah, I really have to compliment just this right here. That's very well done. And very nice true metallic metal on there. But the reason why I'll give you a hard time about the base, right, is because if you're going to put this level of investment into your miniature,
Yeah.
you should put that level of investment
into the base. It's got to follow through all the way down. You got it just go woo.
Okay.
What's that?
Think about it this way, right? Think about like there's this absolutely beautiful picture, right? And it's framed by some like dodgy timber that somebody found at a junkyard.
Oh yeah.
Like
it ruins the whole experience.
Yeah, and see, like you're expecting sort of those gold trim sort of
with the filigree.
Yeah. I know I'm doing a lot of hand movements here, which isn't helping anyone.
It's gotta be gold leaf.
Well, whatever, right? But like the point is, right? It's I'm not saying that this is dodgy timber, but it is not the gold leaf which this painting is.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll move on to. Oh, it's us.
Okay. Before we continue, if there is a peoples.
Oh yes, if
peoples
there is
of the WAYPN nation who belong to the WAYPN Discord, please.
Should we put our hands in the air?
Put our hands in the
air. Like Goku?
Like we just do not care.
No, put our hands in the air to get, people, give us your energy.
Give us your energy.
For our spirit bomb.
Please come into the chats to give us feedback on our thing. Sadly, I need to slide off to a meeting. Have a great day. Excuses! Every time. Every time. Nobody wants to help us.
But it is just a whip, so we will move on after this one.
Yeah.
It's alright, we won't be too sad.
Yeah. Just know, if you have time to type, you have time to call. Moving on. Okay. Alright, we'll move on. Who is this?
It's Vampirella.
Is it Vampirella? It should be Vampirino because he's a little
Vampirino.
boy. Little boy. Oh, look at him. Like a Larry.
What is this?
It's
spoon?
a magic ball. Magic 8-ball.
What? Why do we have a spoon, Larry? Why are we being guided by the spoon?
We've got spoons in the painting room.
Read the rest.
It has been removed.
Where's the...
Not a lot of time today, but I had to try out the hand stabilizer I got for my birthday. Did the face in Arctic blue and Mojave white mixes with golden high flow crimson. The stabilizer will take some getting used to. I think it'll really shine for larger pieces, but it definitely works. Oh, how does it work? Like it's just
it works through illusion.
Okay, well, look, Larry, I think that's such a thoughtful gift that someone got for you. Like
it is a very thoughtful gift. I will admit this that
Hey! Oh, okay, you're gonna put more into the ice.
You are the one who did not ask for a drink in the first place.
I was going to have some of the icy juice.
You're not allowed the icy juice. You don't deserve it. Alright, so next up, we got more. Oh my god.
I know.
Oh my god.
The eyes.
Oh my god.
Re.
He no longer looks cute. He looks like a demon baby.
Okay, so I get the concept. But I think just cleaning up the edges of the overspill will help it along.
It looks disturbed, man. It looks disturbed. Oh my god.
I know that's what he was going for, see? Like, just clean up around the edges of the eye and he is a cutie patootie.
He is not a cutie patootie. Like, if you remove the head, maybe all of the rest of it could look cute,
honey.
but like, how is he cute?
He cute.
How is he cute?
Hedgehog cute.
Hedgehog is not cute.
Get this man some Visine. I don't know how to pronounce that.
I don't know what
Vicine, Vicine. I think he meant to say Vaseline.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Tell us, Elle, what is this Vicine and where do we get some?
Is Visine something that women have? Is that what we are suggesting?
Anyway, continuing on. Eye drops. Oh, it's eye drops. Okay. Eyes are a bit glossy. I have to fix that.
Moved on.
No, look, there's more from Larry.
No, there's
more from friggin' Larry, man.
Yeah, I did that one. We just did that one.
Then what was this?
We're up to Chris Shaw. Yes, that's what I was looking at, and you had not read out.
Okay. Alright, this took way longer than I thought. Didn't highlight much, just a bit of extra effort on the weapons.
So I think Chris is very good at giving illusions. Because let's take a look at this, right? It looks like he's sponged on some orange into places, or like just sort of done like a little bit with the wolves.
Yeah, okay.
Right? To give them a bit of differentiation. A bit of difference, right? And if we're looking at it from this distance, it looks great, right? It looks really good. Like, when we... Oh, I like that he's showing us how he sort of built it up. But, like, if we look at some of that stuff up close... So he's going through his whole process here.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely fantastic. But, yeah, so...
the wolves. Oh, yeah.
So if we take a look at the wolves here, right, where he's added little bits and pieces to each of them, I think like the problem is when you do this, because we've just finished some wolves, like you really need to have those unifying colors over the top, otherwise it does look a bit patchy, don't you think?
Yeah, so does he do that? Like, or is it just stops here?
It stops here.
Yeah, so it needs that unifying factor, but I will say it's a little disappointed because the wolves be looking quite patchy, you know, the different coloration. I understand the concept, but it's not the Chris Shaw way, man.
It's not the Chris Shaw way?
It is not the Chris Shaw way.
Well, no, because I think the reason that he's done this is because he wants the wolves who are riding them themselves to be the highlight.
I understand, but they don't look so good. I mean,
the wolves.
The wolves.
Yeah, no, and see, I agree with that. So I think,
but yeah, in this picture it looks better, but I don't know.
We'll see. I think once it's that distance, like once we're not up very close with them. But so,
well, as far as I know, he is. Well, is he aiming for tabletop plus?
Well, he says that, but since we're so close, I'm gonna skip ahead to your one, and if you'd be able to read out.
Okay. Sure. There we go. This one. Okay.
Yeah.
Progress of my Wolfie Wolves. The colors turned out more saturated than the reference, but client seems to like them more bright, so yay!
Mm-hmm.
That's where we've got mine. So based off the picture, box picture, I could tell that there was primarily use of a washes and contrast throughout the base, and then dry brushing of top, and then probably a final wash of some sort. And I tried that. But we did the Zenithal Prime in black and white, but because the underbelly is brighter than the top, that didn't work out. So I had to cover the whole thing in a thin glaze of Xandri dust, but still sort of retain a lot of those value shading that we did underneath.
Mm-hmm.
And I was doing it through the contrast, like Gorgrunta Fur, and mixing Gorgrunta Fur with Black Templar contrast for the very tops, and like so create that gradient. And it looked like that, like saturated. And Cal told me, it does not. It's a nice wolf. If it was a normal wolf, but it's not that wolf. So I was like, okay, so we're gonna have to rework that. So I had to use. I thought I had it by desaturating it by mixing a bit of null oil with dark oath flesh to make it desaturated, but clearly it wasn't enough. So then I just used the base paints of Catachan flesh for the actual proper browns, glaze that on, and then like a bone and an off-white for the underbelly. That's by Vallejo, and glaze that on as well, and just sort of work at it in little glazes, and then re-dry brush everything and re-wash everything.
Well, give me a moment. I'll see if I've got my one here somewhere. Okay, so this is our update before the end, but I just want to get my my wolf coat here. So right here, this is something I think you could have done, Chris, right? So this is what I'm talking about when I say a unifying color. So my unifying color here is the sort of bone. And so like I've got different tones underneath, as you can see, right? But I use just that, and it's not dry brushing. It's technically a technique called overbrushing, where you have a loaded brush and you just run it with the texture.
Yeah.
Right? So dry brushing is where you remove most of the moisture and you put it on, and it can look quite dusty. But so that's what I think that you should be doing with the wolves. Just like say get your orange or whatever, right? But more likely than not, a color that is lighter than both but can match both, say maybe like a light grey, and sort of just do that overbrush over these guys. I think that would look really good because it would unify all of those colors and it would give you some nice texture underneath.
Yeah.
Right? Because, yeah, I think that, you know, it's obvious you put a lot of work into these, right? And, like, I think one of the things that Chris does really well is the Marines themselves. Because I think he always gives them, like, the correct amount of battle damage. And it is really nice to see from Chris how he does the whole project, how he comes through and he's like, all right, so here's what I do. I block in this, I block in that, I go to the next bit, right? And then I do this part and then that part. And yeah, like just sort of seeing how, all right, so now that I've done all of this, then I add my texture for all of the things, and my heads are still separate. So I've got to do up my heads, and then once you know, I've done the texture, I'll paint that up, and then I'll add my tufts and everything. And seeing somebody's process bit by bit, and yeah, I think that really helps. Oh, I've gone a bit far. Right, yeah. Because there's Chris, and then... Alright, and we got some more from Chris after this.
Doing this?
I don't think we are. So give me a second.
Oh, sorry, but I have to go back down.
Yeah. Could you read
This
it?
one?
Yep.
Okay. Next project is a Space Wolf-based Death Watch team.
Oh, nice.
Where they've all come home and working together. Using bits left over from the army and some extra 3D printed bits from Grey Tide to add some variety.
Nice.
Well. Oh, yeah.
This one looks very similar to the ones that we used. Do you remember that axe builder we got? But this one looks slightly different. But I do think that it's really cool how... So in the lore, the whole idea of the Death Watch is that they go off and they serve with the Death Watch. But it's not a sort of death sentence. Like, it is an honourable thing to work with the Death Watch. And they can come back and serve their chapter after they've been there. So I do believe that when they're with the Death Watch symbol is on their... Sorry, I've got to switch it around. So on their right side, and their chapter symbol is on their left. And then when they come home, it switches around so that it's on their left side and their chapter symbol is on their right.
I feel it. Yeah, okay.
You're just like...
It's like, will you notice the difference?
yeah, definitely. Because
Really?
this is like a bright silver sort of colour. And the Space Wolf shoulder
As in,
pad
like,
is...
the swapping around of...
Oh, yeah, no. Because, like... Yeah, and anyway. So, yeah. I think all the pieces look great. I think it will be something very interesting. I wonder if he's just going to do them in the standard Space Wolf colours, or if he's going to paint them in the
like
Death Watch
black.
style.
Yeah. Technically... Yeah, okay, yeah, that is an interesting... Well, they probably have to be black because of the Death Watch
No,
uniform.
because when you come back, you don't, like, you wear the colours of your home people.
Oh, really?
So, like... But, you know, it's his law. He can do what he wants with it. Speaking of his law, it's your law. We're up to talking about you and your Space Wolves.
I thought I just talked about my Space Wolves.
Yes, well now it's time to talk about them more.
Oh, what else do I say?
Is there anybody here who can talk Space Wolves on the chat at all?
Yeah, can anyone talk Space Wolves?
Can anyone talk Space Wolves?
Are there humans among us?
Are you feeling sued?
I'm feeling very sued right now.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, there's this great anger that's washed over me when I look at your face.
I'm feeling that I don't like you.
I'm feeling this energy of just immense hatred for your face.
Is that because that how you feel, or because of the energy of the humans?
I don't know.
Obviously, everybody's like, what the frick is going on? Anyway, so basically I told Sunny that too much saturation. What are you doing, woman? How dare you insult my home?
Jack says he's gotta go grab a coffee. Krim says woof ?
Yes.
Woof indeed.
But yeah, so Sunny, this is when Sunny was trying to build them.
Yeah, so
I don't
this
actually,
is the Xandri.
I don't actually think that was the way to go with the glazing. I think you just should have like painted on a layer. So like when I did this, right? Mm-hmm. So I worked off a zenithal base as well, right? Which you can see a tiny bit here. Mm. So I just did like a thin coat of Steel Legion drab all over this. Mm. And then it basically just colorized that. I guess that Xandri dust can be very thick. So,
yes, it can. So the reason I used Xandri dust was because it's like a good middle color that I can brighten up where I need to brighten up and darken where I need to darken.
Well, we'll see. I think that, so the interior of this is Steel Legion drab, right? I think Steel Legion drab is definitely a better middle brown than like Xandri dust, because I feel like Xandri dust is quite bright, but
I do think that your fur turned out very natural. It looks very nice. Like I like the way it turned out.
But it's also because I think like this guy does look very nice, but like I said, which you've repeated now, I think this looks like a really cool wolf, but it does not look like that wolf.
Yeah.
And see, like
so much paler, that wolf.
Yeah. And it's a little frustrating because, like, I don't know what colors they used for it. I'm guessing that they just used base paints and they sort of just marked around and stuff. I think probably this looks to be maybe like Rhinox hide and that Steel Legion drab, and then here I think they went really bright with it. I think they maybe might have gone to Ushabti flesh.
Oh,
Sorry, Ushabti bone. Whereas what were you using for the colours here?
So, it was a bit of Gorgrunter fur when I
Well,
was
yeah,
doing
I think you got to step away from those because they just got too much colour in them, you know?
Yeah, well. But the second time around, I actually used Catachan for the brown.
Yeah, it's got a bit of red in that brown.
Yes. Then I
because it's a flesh color and lots of their flesh colors. I don't get why they made it that one, but let's move on to our next one. So this is the Rat Boys in their ratty environment, and they're having a whale of a time in the filth.
The toxic filth.
You know, this guy
swamp.
still stands out amongst
I feel
all
like
of that.
he would make like a good sort of pack leader with the way that he looks.
Like mutant and stuff. Man, they do all look a bit dodgy. Also a tiny bit blurry.
Well, that's why rats, because they're dodgy.
What do you guys think of the glow here? Because I'd really love some feedback on that. Like, have I gone way too over the top with the glow, or is it the correct amount?
In the picture, it looks great, but in real life, I felt like it could be glowier. But it looks more like a dim glow.
Yeah, well, like that's what I want. I don't want like a really. I want just like that.
I guess it does have the wom-woms.
Yeah, like that's what I want. I don't want.
Okay.
Just.
I guess then it has the wom-wom-wom.
You know, I heard this one thing which I think is pretty funny. It's these MMA fighters, right? And this guy was saying that, you know, like, oh, you know, I know you can punch faster. I know you can punch faster. And he's like, you just got to make the sounds. And
did it help?
Oh yeah, apparently it really did help, right?
Because it's like a rhythm, right? Like
And like, or like, pew, pew, and like stuff like this. Apparently, like he was sort of like the glow isn't too extreme. Great, glad to hear that. But so what happened was, he comes in, right, and he's been like he's given the gym over to this sort of guest trainer. So he comes in the next day and everybody's just making noises. He's like, what the
heck is going on? Well,
Yeah.
Prim is saying, isn't warpstone crystal like maybe a speck of bright yellow green highlighting on the tips?
The tips? You mean the way that I've got the sort of yellow green there?
So like maybe I think maybe an edge highlight of yellow green.
Oh, so you want an edge highlight on these rather than the sort of glowiness.
I presume that is what Krim is saying.
Okay. All right. Well,
maybe it's the photo, but it doesn't look like stones, more like something goopy. Yeah, okay. It has a murky look to it.
Well, that's because of what it's made out of, the see-through resin. All right, next up, we've got Liam.
We've got Liam. Besides my Eye of the Deep, I have been working on this core spawn crawler. The only thing I didn't get a photo of was some touch-up I did during my brief session last week. Edit. Completed more work on the mini. Pictures 4 and 5 of it.
Yeah, no, it's looking good. I would add... I'm wondering... Yeah, I'd add probably either a Seraphim Sapia or something similar to the end of these to give the bones a bit of faux texture.
How about the skeleton horde?
Yeah, I'm just not as much a fan of the skeleton horde as I am of the Seraphim Sapia.
Yes, Jack, you missed the Skavens.
You did miss the Skavens where we made all the noises.
All the noises.
You can rewind and hear us making noises. Like the wom-woms.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I would say that here, like that's, like, don't go, like, obviously this is just D&D creature, right? And it's probably like CR2 or something, and it's going to be thrown back into the pit the moment that it appears.
Yeah.
But point is, I think just adding that will help differentiate from the fangs up here.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's a good addition. I do think he's a little overly overbrushed.
Okay, yeah, I can see. You could just go over it with, like, either a null oil or
like a very thin Black Templar contrast.
Just
and
to
bring tone that down.
Tone down, but I think for the most part, I think it's looking good. Looking good. All right.
Oh, look at this by Wag Daddy.
Yes.
Simple yet effective color scheme. Indeed, Wag Daddy. Indeed. I'm just trying to figure out in the picture that I have here. So, like, he, I believe, has done like a grayscale.
He's done a very heavy dry brush.
And a very heavy dry brush. And then, but I do see like little peaks of flesh color in between here and there with the tail section to kind of make it seem like very pale, translucent flesh. I think. No,
so that's the stuff on the base itself.
No. You see right here, like it's got a little bit of peachiness to it. Like, or am I imagining things?
I think you're imagining things.
Okay.
I think, like, the problem with this is, like, you got a lot of dry brush texture left behind, right? I think probably you want to either smooth that out with a secondary dry brush with a makeup brush, or, you know, either just do like a thin layer on top on those highest ridges, because, like, it highlights some of the, like, where you've joined the pieces together and such. So, like, right here and that sort of thing. That's why you want to be a bit more, like, subtle with the dry brushing. Not as intense. So, like, you can see in here still the specklings of that dry brushing. Yeah. But when you do that, you just, like, you can cover that up with just a bit of wash or, you know, Templar. Just little things, or even, like, panel liner. Panel liner will help, you know, hide those sins and such. Alright, shall we move on to the next one?
Yeah. I do think the red was very well done.
The red was very nicely done, but, like, white is always hard to do. Okay, so next up we have Liam with the eyes. Would you like to read out?
Oh boy, back to this again. After the misstep with the red lines, I think I've somewhat taken it in the right direction. The white around the pupil does seem to draw focus, which I like. Whether I'm to do more or just do the gloss and proceed to wrap up is the question. Well, it's up to you, Liam.
Yeah, okay. So, tell us, Liam, is this sort of like the...
This.
That one... Okay, hold up. So, which one is the final one? This one here?
I think that's the final one.
Because I'm not sure which is the final one. You gotta...
I think this might be the white around the pupil does seem to draw focus, which I like.
Okay, which one's the... Yep, this one that I'm on right now, or the one that Sunny's talking about with the extra sort of splotchy bits?
Thin white lines is the final one, yeah.
Yeah, so this one. Yeah. Okay, so with this one, right? So whether this is your stopping point or not, what I would do is I would just fill out this area in here. So you see where you got that tiny bit of yellow bleeding through. Just fill that out. It's okay if you leave the rest. But here is my thought. Just have a go with the eyes, right? Now, I know that it might seem tedious and that sort of thing, right? But try, instead of using paint, use something like a contrast or even a wash to hit those things, because one of the things is, like, at the moment, before, it looks like, yeah, what you were doing is drawing like more straight lines, right? Now, of course, they're not exactly straight, but that doesn't matter. The thing is that when it comes to this, like, I don't think that's a good example. You keep going to that one, and
I just want to see the thing that I sent, because
okay,
I want to analyze exactly.
All right. Well,
Suggested.
I will try and find something instead if you
Okay.
keep getting that example.
Oh, you can try find something then.
All right. So with this, what you want to do is more squiggly sort of lines. So what you do is you come on thin, and then you go towards the edge.
I think you should find the example.
Okay, well, give me a moment. Yeah, okay. This I think is a okay, that's really annoying. Alright, so I'm just gonna grab this one and put it on screen. So these are the kinds of sorts of patterns that you want to be aiming for. But you want to start here and sort of squiggle your way back, right? And then just whoosh. Start here, squiggle your way back.
It's actually easier to start thick and then taper off into thin.
Well, I find it easier the other way around because of the way that the brushes are loaded. You know, you can do a nice thin line and then go back.
Okay.
Alright, well, look. The point is, right, you just do that and you go to the edge, right? Rather than going towards the eye. But yeah, I hope that, you know, our explanations have been helpful. But yeah, I think that it's worth trying because it is such a big surface. I did use Sunny's picture reference, actually. I'm just not too great with the arts. It's okay, man. It's okay to not be great with the art stuff, right? Because here's the thing. We're all about trying here, right? It doesn't matter whether you got it perfect the first time or not, right? Like, here,
it's
look.
just a chance to experiment because you've got the opportunity here with a big old eyeball.
Yeah.
And if you mess it up, you can always try again.
Well,
you
like,
know, paint over it and then like just do whatever you feel is good at the end of it, but like to try.
The reason why I bring up Sunny and I's examples of painting before, right, is because this is stuff that we are working on, right? Stuff that we're trying to get done. And, you know, you'll see errors, you'll see things that need to be improved, and like maybe we're doing great, maybe we're not. But like, just taking a look at this took a couple of hours. Just like, all right, I'll just highlight up this bit, and then I'll just put a bit of white in here, and then I'll do this little thing, and I'll do that little thing, and it's tedious as heck, man. It's tedious as heck. Like, don't let anyone tell you otherwise. But you know what you should be thinking about? You should be thinking about, hey, alright, like, is this something that's giving me a reward? Like, if you are aiming to just get stuff out there, man. But yeah, that's why we say what we say. So we'll move on to our next one. Alright, so next up, we've got RJ.
One of the survivors to go with the monsters I'm working on. Sketch/base coat. Stage done. Time to refine.
It's really interesting seeing the different way that people sketch. So it's so different from the way Iskander does a sketch. You know, like,
This
cause
one's more blended out.
yeah, much more blended.
Because it looks very refined already. As always, thanks for the feedback.
Of
No
course,
worries.
of course.
Well, that's why we're here.
Yeah, and see, this is why style is important, because like, take a look at this, right? So we see, like, even with the sketch stage here, we see once we reach the back, these big old dirty thick lines to help give that illusion of shadow, you know, because the light's not hitting here. So we're not going to get as much color, we're not going to get as much out of her, right? But even with that, right, so here lots of light, and back here almost none. But even with that, we see this very bright skin, because skin reflects almost all light. You know, skin is very bright comparatively. And yeah, it's just some nice basic sketching, but it's got lessons with that as well. Alright, should we move on?
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, Joseph. I was running out of things to paint, then my Kingdom Death order arrived, and I picked up 2 expansions for Hero Quest, and now I'm in a happy place, buried under a sea of naked plastic with primer on my hands.
Oh, man.
These are Hero Quest ones.
Yeah, the new Hero Quest.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And, you know, back at it again. The cycle repeats.
Well, here's the thing. You know, I think Joseph's one of the few people who does run out of stuff to paint, because, like, I think we could spend a whole year painting, you know, and still not finish everything we've got. But to be fair, I think it's also because we're our own harshest critics, you know? Like, when it comes to all of this, like, we're just as harsh on ourselves as we are on anyone else. And I think that's important. But it is important to show you starting steps, because I think it makes you accountable.
Yeah.
I think does give some of that positive pressure. Alright, so... Oh, we got some updates on the survivors. Man. It's so interesting seeing the way that they've...
And I like that he's done sort of like a underlighting kind of thing.
Well, because it's not truly underlighting, because she's going up. So, like... Oh, I see. No,
Yeah,
because that's... No, because it's hitting this way.
Yeah, so that's underlighting. The
No,
light's coming
because
from the bottom.
cause they're floating up. So it's not underlighting. You follow what I'm saying? You see, that's how she's presenting. Like, she is not going down. She is upside down. Understand what I'm saying? So, like, that's where the light would be hitting.
Well, it's looking good as per usual, Jay.
Yeah, no. It's very nicely blended. Oh, here we go. Some of the other guys. So
He's got like a different patch of skin coloration there.
yeah, that's because of the lantern right here.
Oh, okay.
So he's already planned for the lantern.
Okay, alright, fair enough. Seemed a little weird the way that was done, but okay, now I see.
Because, see, he looks the right way around because he's holding on to the rope like that.
I do wonder how you're meant to fight when you need to hold on to rope,
With great difficulty.
especially the archer lady.
Yeah, no, that would be difficult. I guess she's just got rope to her body, and she just sort of pew, 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 like that.
She's got a spear lance or something.
Oh, well, no, she's got a spear. She's not the archer. I do think there is an archer. Alright, so next up, we've got Larry.
Oh, look at the gold. Lots of details to work on with the castle. Here's 2. The treasure chest is halfway done. Different shades of gold, a touch of null oil, chestnut brown for the wood base coat. The magic book had the same brown and gold for the cover, inspired by the Necronomicon. I used flesh colors for the pages. The top edges of the book have lighter shades used since the light source will be in that direction. Black and red for the lettering and drawings with some different types of blood paint on the book, as well some of the darker coagulated stuff below where it has dripped and slid.
Yeah, no, looks good.
I like the treasure chest.
It's not yet done, but yeah, looks like it's moving in the right direction. Alright, so then there is just me with the update of this. So I'll just tell you what we've been doing. So I finished up the base here. So we've got some wolf feet, which Sunny finished up to match the wolves.
Yeah.
Because the wolves are pressed pretty close against the
rocks.
Yeah. And so there's some bullet casings which I did up in copper. So I used Scale 70
and true copper.
Dark copper, true color, moonstone alchemy and white metal with them. Bones, I just went from Steel Legion Drab down to Xandru Dust down to Ushabti Bone and not Ushabti Bone, Xandru Dust, and then not Mournfang. What's the bone color that's sort of a warm one before Ushabti? And then
I don't remember.
But yeah, there's like a warm bone color and then a Ushabti bone.
I thought it was Mournfang brown. Is it not?
No, Mournfang brown is like a mid red brown. I can't remember what its name is.
It should be Ushabti bone then flayed one flesh, right?
No, I didn't use flayed one flesh because it's got a bit too much yellow in it.
Okay.
But yeah, then I mixed
Raja flesh.
No, it wasn't Raja flesh. No. But yeah, so
Rakath flesh.
Rakath flesh. No, it wasn't that.
No, it's not that.
But yeah, so then a mix of that and white just for this, and like just give yourself some different styles in that. Here I just did a sort of scratchy sort of way of doing things compared to the sort of harsher dry brushing and harsher highlighting with this, so that there's some different textures, because like you take a look at it and all of those different textures are quite prominent when you look at all of them, like they're all very viscerally different. So you've just got the base coats down on this, don't you? Except for the red. The red's done and the wolf tail's done, right?
And the true metallic metal.
Well, I think I might have to go over that to just sort of brighten it up a tiny bit.
Okay.
But yeah, so this, I think I could have been a bit better with the scratches. I think like the scratches are a bit too harsh, but the client said don't put too much effort into the back of the cloak because you can barely see it.
Yeah.
And then we showed this before, so obviously I haven't done up all the trinkets yet. I'm actually going to go over this with snakebite leather so that we can get those little bits of definition in the holes punched there, and sort of add some depth to it. Yep, you did these up and like debated why they're even there.
Yeah, I don't know why they started splitting the pauldrons in half as well.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, maybe it's to make you feel like one of the AdMech people putting a space marine together.
Yeah. But yeah, this one's almost done, so I'm fairly sure this is done in gold, right?
Yeah. Could be.
Yeah, so just for the stone I used some Incubi Darkness and mixed with grey, and like even like right here, that's actually white.
Yeah.
And like that's something to consider with your highlighting. Like when you go all the way, you know, it's pretty intense when you go to the final bit. And here's the big guy himself, the head. I just finished off all of these little bits here and did this stuff up. I think it looks pretty good.
Looks good.
Pretty good. Yeah. And so now, for our very final one, I will double check. I will do the checking of the double. Make sure that everything is all good. There's the sacred button.
Adjusted the darker green on the energy thingy on the staff where the highlights got a little messy, and added some fluorescent pigment over the white oil washed grooves. Very light green, so it looks pretty white in the picture. A few dots of null oil on the little bugs on the cape. Then I blacked the rim, and now I present the finish. Imhotep, the Stormlord. Gotta get done with Gasgul and the castle so I can get on the Stomper and Doomstalker. Just saw the blemish on the staff just below above the hand. Sigh. I'll fix it, but I'm done.
So I do really think that this would do really well with an oil wash. What do you think?
What kind of oil wash? White?
No, like a black oil wash to help define all those things. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that might work. But he's done. So I think... But yeah, I think a little sort of a oil wash in there.
But yeah, like I think all of him looks good. I want to see what it looks like under the fluoros. Because currently, as he says, it is quite sort of... Right, he could bring it back down with like a super thin coat of the Tesseract.
Yeah.
But other than that and the null oil, I think it looks great. But of course, needs to be some basing.
Oh yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. I hope that you have had an enjoyable week. I know that unfortunately this week has not been great for some people, and the thing is we've got to focus on us. We have to try and make our lives the best for us, regardless of whatever else is going on in the world, because there will always be things going on. There will always be tragedies, and we have to focus on us, because unfortunately if we don't, we will get consumed by certain things and it will cause us pain and anger, and that's not where we want to be. We want to create things, we want to make things. That is who we want to be, who we are. We're all artists here, and I hope you guys can remember that's what makes us us. So, thank you so much for joining us. We hope that you have a fantastic weekend. Alright, bye-bye everyone. Bye-bye.
You forgot.
Oh, I almost did. And don't forget, keep those brushes wet. Bye-bye. We almost ruined the whole thing forever.
Yeah,
it would have been ruined forever.
It would have been ruined.
Alright.
Ruined.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.